Dave and I are going to harvest a queen from this hive here, 1B. Her genetics are okay, can be a little feisty, but we have in reserve in a nuc, which you'll see later on, a queen from 3B, whose genetics are exemplary. She's quiet, she's productive, easy to handle, great for a children's nursery like we are. If you look in the right hand side here, you'll see the children looking through the glass at us.
There's a brick.
See what we're doing? The children find this fascinating. They will also don complete bee suits next week and follow us into the apiary to look through the glass-topped hives that we have there, especially for the children. You might have noticed that we put a travel screen over the super. We took the crown board off, put a travel screen on. This will become quite apparent later on. We know this super is full of young bees, and the manoeuvre we do later on, we need to make sure they're cool enough. Again, you see me showing the frame of bees to the children. You maybe can't hear it, but they're oohing and awing in the background there. Dave brought up a nuc there. This is to put 6 frames from this hive in, including the queen. So we need to find her. Once we put her in there and we shake some bees in, we close it up and take it away to an out apiary to reorientate there.
You got the crown of thorns handy?
Yep.
We found her. This makes the job ever so much easier now. What you'll see Dave doing here is emptying the nib of the marker. Don't know how often I've seen too much ink running out on top of the
You want to
queen.
keep her, don't you?
Aye, she's going in the box.
Oh, I think we want to keep that one while she's in the box.
Now it's just a matter of putting 6 frames of brood, stores, honey into the nuc, ready to be taken away to reorientate somewhere else.
Stores? Is it stores there? Stores it is in the room. There is. And I'll shake a few of these in.
Blast the thing off. Right.
Now we bring in the perfect queen in a new nuc box, ready for the transfer.
See what I've done here? This is notorious for lack of ventilation. So I've drilled a series of holes in here so the ventilation can come up through it and cool it down.
At this stage, 2 pair of eyes are better than 1. We're looking for the new queen. She's there. Well, we know she's there because of the eggs and larvae, but I've never seen her before, and we hope to mark her. Please note Dave smoking into the brood box, covering the new frames that we introduce, just to mask the pheromones.
Mark.
No. No, never seen her. Oh, there she is. There she is, got her.
And this is where it runs like a well-oiled wheel. Dave grabs the crown of thorns, which was at the ready. He grabs the blue pen, he dabs it to get the drips off, and he shoots right across to mark the queen.
I'll show you when I get right, perfect. Full stores, good. Good one.
And no queen in here.
You heard Dave saying there, no queen in the nook. I don't know how often we've done a manoeuvre such as this, only to find the queen sitting in the bottom of the nook.
What you want to get? Queen it.
Now you may understand why the need for the travel screen on the super. Just so the bees within it don't overheat. After all, they're trapped for a short while under or over this newspaper.
So what we did here, we had a hive with a queen, slightly feisty, but we wanted a passive queen in from 3B, a really passive queen that needs a little smoke. So we decided to take the old queen out, 6 frames and her, into a new nuke to be taken away to orientate elsewhere. And I brought this beautiful hive, this beautiful nuke in here, separated the young bees from the older bees, bit of newspaper, put everything back together again. They will amalgamate. Made sure the newspaper was watered very heavily. They'll eat through that within a couple of hours. Everything will homogenise into one cohesive unit. Fingers crossed. So we'll now have a beautiful hive next year. Just popped up today to see if the newspaper thing had worked, and they've did their job. This is the 22nd of August. Next week we will be taking off the supers, putting clearer boards in, taking off the supers, and putting feed in. All looks very good, very harmonious. But we want to go down and check that the queen has migrated from this part all the way across the brood box. And it's one full super. Sticky, sticky, sticky. Although propolis is a great thing. There was a little bit about propolis on Anne Chilcott's website this week about the benefits to the bees, and as you can see here, lots of propolis. What I was looking for there was the queen. Although it doesn't often happen, but it can, the queen can be on the crown board. Now what I'm going to look for is the queen was put in across here. There should be no eggs, or no eggs left from the week before, so if I do find any fresh eggs here, they belong to the new queen. The new queen came from B3, which is an incredibly productive passive hive. Passive in as much as we have never used smoke in it. The temperament of the bees have been absolutely just first class. Laying down lots of stores as you would expect at this time of year. Much lighter. Got larvae. And I've got eggs. I've got eggs. So, freshly laid eggs. Yes. 2 days old. So she's worked her way across absolutely perfectly as we would expect her to do. Nice little brood here. This is from the old queen though. And I would say half of these bees are from the old queen. We took a nuc away and half the bees. So, and I think we're almost into the new queen territory. And I'm finding eggs. That was a 2-day-old egg there too. So getting closer. Now we're into the old queen territory. This might be the last frame I'm taking out. I don't want to disturb the bees any more than I need to be. If you notice, always look at the dark side first, because she evades the light. I see lots of eggs, lots and lots of eggs, lots of eggs, covered in eggs. So I did say that I'd hope to find an homogeneous unit in a week's time. Well, I have. Last frame, promise. And no queen, but she's there. Okay, seal everything up. And it worked perfect. Just put a new queen excluder on. Always better. And one full super across. So an exercise worth doing. The amalgamation was perfect. Timing perfect. We have one spare nuc down the road, just in case something happens in the next month that we need a queen. We will introduce her probably the same way, or keep her in the nuc until next year. First class.